Getting you ready for game time. Join me, Sal from Behind the Arc Basketball, as I announce play-by-play. Make sure to smash the like and subscribe, because now we're about to go live. Entering the pregame, we now present Sal from Behind the Arc Basketball. And what's good, everybody? Glad to have you guys back at the stream, being a part here tonight on the channel. For Behind the Arc Basketball, we got play-by-play between Duke and UNC with a big matchup tonight, especially for the Tar Heels right now as they sit in bracketology of Joe Lunardi's first four out, right behind Arizona State, and then UNC part of the first four out, just outside the play-in game rounds in the first four grouping, either on the Tuesday night or the Wednesday night. So a massive matchup here. North Carolina with just one quad one victory came last week against Virginia on the season for the preseason number one. Greatest rivalry in all of college basketball, Duke and North Carolina. Duke's been on the rise as of late for the Tar Heels. We're going to dig into both of these teams and the schedules in just a moment, but glad to have you guys on board being a part on the stream. If you guys are new, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe, and glad to see you guys once again. Warren, Alex, Kenneth, welcome on board. I covered Texas against Kansas a couple minutes ago. Texas with a big victory today over Kansas. Texas able to win their final game on their home floor of the regular season. 75-59 was the final score. Duke this season 14-1 on their home floor, but on the road they've struggled. Record of just 3-6 on the road. They're on a 5-game winning streak currently by Duke. North Carolina 12-2 on their home floor this season for the Tar Heels. 19-11, 11-8 in the ACC for UNC. Duke at 22-8, 13-6 in the conference. Duke getting hot at the right time. 5 straight wins. They've won 4 of the last 5 on their home floor. Their lone win on the road, last win came at Syracuse back on February 18th from a couple of Saturdays ago. North Carolina comes into this matchup winners of 3 in a row, winning against Notre Dame, Virginia, and at Florida State to keep their bracket opportunities alive. And for the preseason number one, major night. So we'll tip off this game in about under 5 minutes. We'll tip off. It looks to appear to be for this match. Mario, thanks so much for joining in. Thanks so much for joining back in onto the channel there for the membership. Once again in the last stream, really appreciate it, bud. You guys, the legends here on the stream. Make sure to vote in the poll who you guys are taking in this matchup today, UNC or Duke. The favorite on the line goes to UNC, 4.5-point favorites. These two teams met up at Cameron Indoor 1 month ago to the date, Saturday, February 4th, where Duke won on their home floor 63-57, the final score. UNC's defense been much better lately, limiting Notre Dame, Virginia, and Florida State to less than 66 points or fewer in the last 3 games for them. But the losses this season mostly have come from the defensive side of the floor for them, especially their previous 3 losses, allowing opponents to score 77 points or greater in the last 3 losses, coming against NC State, Miami, and Wake Forest. See, the games on the schedule here for UNC, the ones that really hurt their tournament opportunities happen to be that loss at Wake Forest, losing 92 to 85 at Wake Forest. That is the worst loss on the season for UNC. They don't have like any terrible losses. That's the thing. Their record is 19-11. They lost against NC State, Miami, Duke, Pittsburgh, Virginia, Pitt twice, Indiana, Alabama, Iowa State. Those are all teams in the tournament field. I just discovered another one. Their worst loss came to start off ACC play against Virginia Tech on the road. So at Virginia Tech to start off ACC play, and then at Wake Forest. Those are the two losses that's hurting their resume right now for UNC. The rest of the losses came against NCAA tournament teams for them. But what they're lacking is quality wins. That's the thing. They have a win to show for against Virginia last Saturday. That win could help them out a ton, but they need another one to get them going, and it could help them out a ton against a red-hot Duke Blue Devils team coming in 5 straight wins. Riley, welcome on the stream here, man. Thanks so much for joining in. BTK, welcome back in. Yeah, it's been taking a while for Duke to get their team assembled and get this team in the right order, but it's going in the right direction. Big physical type of team for this Blue Devil squad. Their defense has been the big strong component this year for Duke. The 3-point shooting, that's been a problem spot this year for the Blue Devils. For a really young team that's gotten better and better and better, they just feel like with their matchup, they could give a lot of teams a lot of problems in the tournament because of their size. That's the thing for them. Coming off 5 straight wins, all against teams that they should have won, and they did. NC State kept it close. NC State's in the bracket. They won at Cameron Indoor against NC State on Tuesday, 71-67. Other than that, they picked up wins against teams at the bottom half of the conference. Notre Dame, Syracuse, Louisville, Virginia Tech in the last 5. Major game between these two. More so for UNC. Going to come down to who wants it more in a rivalry type of game. Preseason number 1. Tournament chances, tournament hopes on the line tonight. What's going to happen? This should be a good one. King Markey, welcome back on board. Yeah, looking at Duke's resume, in terms of bad losses, not really much. There's the worst loss that happened to them this season was the road loss at Virginia Tech. Lost by 3 against Virginia Tech back on January 23rd. They don't have terrible losses in the resume. The other one's at Clemson. Clemson started off the first part of the conference season, the top team of the ACC, and now they're out of the bracket currently for Clemson as they've been dropping games lately. They're in the next 4 out with Joe Lunardi. UNC is above them currently. So North Carolina just outside the bracket. They're rooting for losses from these teams that's right directly outside. Penn State, Wisconsin, Nevada, Mississippi State. Mississippi State plays against Vanderbilt later today. It's a road game for Mississippi State. Nevada. Let's see if I can dig up the schedule of these teams on the final game of the season. Some of these got Boise State tonight. It's Utah State. That's right. So Nevada's not the team who's playing Boise State tonight. Ooh. There could be a spot there in the bracketology. Nevada currently trailing at home against UNLV. So the pressure's on for Nevada. Scores 38-35. 14 minutes left to play. That's a spot open on the bracket. If Nevada loses tonight, that's a major game right there. Arku, welcome back in. Taking Duke in this one with his cousin. Going to Duke. There we go. Just going to bring up Penn State and Wisconsin's upcoming schedules for them. Penn State tomorrow, hosting Maryland. Wisconsin, heartbreak against Purdue. They're the last team in the field, according to Joe Lunardi. Them and Penn State. And Wisconsin has coming up Minnesota, a game that they certainly cannot lose. On the road at tomorrow at Minnesota. So a couple things have to play out here and there for the two Big Ten teams. If North Carolina wins this game, certainly helps them out, take a bigger step towards the field and it will help out for UNC if Penn State and Wisconsin and Nevada lose. Mississippi State also playing on the road today as well at Vanderbilt, and Nevada trailing currently at home against an opponent that's not in the bracket, UNLV. Auburn lost today against Tennessee. Auburn's on the ropes. They're in trouble for Auburn. They might be in the play-in game for them. West Virginia with a big win. That should have secured their spot in the bracket. West Virginia winning today against K-State. So West Virginia will go up. Boise State's got Utah State. Utah State can inch their way closer to the bracket. They're right behind North Carolina. If Utah State wins tonight against Boise State, that's all Utah State's looking for. It's the same thing that UNC was looking for 1 week ago, a quad one victory. UNC finally got that against Virginia. They can add another quad one victory to their resume tonight against Duke with a win at home. UNC 12-2 on their home floor this season. Duke struggled on the road. They're 3-6 in road games this year. Despite being on a 5-game winning streak, Syracuse has struggled on any sort of game lately. That's the last road win for Duke. Came on the road at Syracuse. They pounded Syracuse in that matchup. But for Duke, just the consistency been great at home. They've struggled on the road for them this season. For Duke, what's at stake? Double bye in the ACC tournament today. For North Carolina, got to work their way right up to the field. They're right outside of the bracket. If you're new in the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. Should be a great night of basketball action. Back-to-back streams here on the channel. Wrapped up with Texas against Kansas around a half an hour ago. Thanks so much all for joining in, being a part here tonight. If you guys would like to do so, feel free to join the Behind the Arc Basketball Bracket Challenge group. That link is posted in the chat. It's also pinned in the chat, so you guys are welcome to join in on the Bracket Challenge group. Submit your brackets right before the March Madness tournament happens. The first round on Thursday, March 16th. Duke with their 3 road victories this season, coming at Syracuse, at Georgia Tech, at Boston College by 1. North Carolina, major game for them, looking to inch their way closer to the bracket with a win today over their in-state rival. UNC winning the last game at home 1 week ago against Virginia, 71-63. Taking care of business, winning games that they should. They beat Florida State their last matchup on Monday, 77-66. So they've got quite a bit of time to prepare for this matchup. 1 extra day than Duke, playing on a Monday night for UNC. Duke playing on a Tuesday, winning against NC State 71-67 at Cameron Indoor. North Carolina 4.5-point favorites entering this game, over under at 145.5. North Carolina white uniforms, light blue, Tar Heel blue letters, Tar Heel blue numbers for this matchup taking place at Chapel Hill. Dean E. Smith Center for the matchup. All right, so we're going to get ready to tip off in just a moment here. Now, they done really well lately. Filipowski has been tremendous this season. It's taken a while for everything to come together for Duke this year, but that was expected with a young team. Duke goes with the black jerseys for this matchup. Blue numbers, blue letters, white outline. What's good, Double A? Welcome back in the stream here, bud. About to get ready to tip off in just a moment. Greatest rivalry in all college hoops. Coming up in a couple seconds with a tip-off. Duke and UNC. Duke right to left on the floor. UNC left to right as we are underway with the opening tip. And Duke controls the opening tip. Jeremy Roach at the top of the key on the floor with Tyrese Proctor, Mark Mitchell, Kyle Filipowski, Derek Lively, the second to five starters for Duke today. Down at the low block, Filipowski working down low, and we get a whistle and a turnover. Picked up first possession by Filipowski. It'll go to UNC for their first possession. Jackson Watkins getting the start for North Carolina. Leaky Black, Justin McCoy, Pete Nance, and Armando Bacot. First possession now for UNC. Justin McCoy off the Pete Nance around the perimeter finds Leaky Black. Black at the free throw circle. Black sends it back outside, deflected far side of the floor, intercepted by Duke. Here we go, right to the rim, and we'll draw the shooting foul. Two shots coming up at the free throw line. Jeremy Roach, great hustle down the far side of the floor, just picks it off like a defensive back. And took it a distance to the rim, got fouled from behind. Two free throws coming up by Roach. Actually, they're going to call it before the shot, so non-shooting foul. Referees say look like on the screen it should have been before the shot, but Duke gets the inbound. Duke missed at the rim, blocked by Duke out of bounds. First minute through so far. Huge rejection to the corner, got sent by Lively. So Lively denies Black at the rim. Inbound for UNC. Top of the key, Pete Nance. Nance moves it out to the corner to Black. Black guarded by Filipowski. Black dribbles baseline. Black inside the key. Blocked by Filipowski. Goes back to Duke. 2 blocks in the first minute for the Blue Devils. Roach at the top. Moves it out to his left. Filipowski around the perimeter. Back into the hands of Roach. Over to Proctor at the right wing. Proctor towards his left, brings a double team. Filipowski receives it, drives, and he gets denied at the rim. Physical game to start off. 1 block by UNC, 2 by Duke. Tar Heels have it now at the free throw circle. Bounce pass off the roll down. Throwing it down. Two-handed dunk by Armando Bacot. First bucket on the board for North Carolina. 18-10 left to go. Bacot sends the whole house to explode with the first bucket of the game. Outside, Filipowski had a look, shoots the 3, missed the rim short, and the rebound controlled by UNC. BTK with a dono, really appreciate with a dono there. You guys the legends in the channel. Blocked from behind by Duke. Duke coming up with 3 blocks in the first 2 minutes of action. Blue Devils have the possession, they will slow it down. Tyrese Proctor out to the wing. It goes to Roach. Roach dribbles up to the low block. Back outside, Filipowski. Off the up fake. Takes into the key. Pro hop Filipowski powers his way. Down low, he scores, but they're not going to count it. Travel violation. Called him Filipowski. Too many steps in the key. Wipe off the basket. It will be UNC ball. Last time these two teams met up, it was a defensive type of battle. I think that's what we're going to get today in this matchup as well. 17.5 left to go. Bacot averaging another double-double this year. 16.5, 10.8 rebounds per game. UNC had a look in the corner. Black dribbles up to the key. Takes the jumper. Black hits it. Leaky Black, not really known for its scoring, gets on the board 4-0 UNC. This is 153rd game of his career for Leaky Black. Yeah, I'm pretty sure when Cam Johnson was playing, that team with Luke May, Cam Johnson back in 2019, that was my first year of streaming. I remember Leaky Black on the team. It's been at UNC so long. Really good sign for Leaky Black to get on the board. Not really known as like a go-to scorer for him. For Duke, they have to take the ball to the rim. Duke isn't really known to like make threes this season. This team's got a bunch of size down low, so look for that to be their advantage coming up. Thought about a step back at the free throw circle. Bounce pass off to Lively. Got doubled. Gave the ball away, though. Stolen away by UNC. Oh, they missed the slam dunk. They got fouled, though, and things get chippy after the whistle between two players. Dariq Whitehead and Caleb Love. Love was the one who missed the slam dunk. Love got fouled by Whitehead, so Love will shoot 2 at the line. Love with a steal. Should have just been able to finish that dunk as well. There wasn't really much contact on this play. Let's see. Okay, yeah, from behind. From behind late. Got him on one arm by Whitehead. So 2 shots at the free throw line for Caleb Love. First one's good. 5-zip North Carolina. Yeah, wow. So, 2018-2019, Leaky Black. So he's been playing for 5 seasons. This is his 5th season now. So my first year of streaming, I remember him. Man, it's crazy. Like the whole like extra year of eligibility, things like that. Like a lot of these players still playing since like 2018, 2019. 16 and a half left to go. Missed shot by Duke. They get the offensive rebound though. Duke 0 for 4 to start off. Duke inside a key. Whitehead makes the pass out to the corner. Up fake. Jumper. Swoosh. Finally able to get something to drop. Mark Mitchell for 2. That's exactly where they got to go to, is in the key. Enormous size with this Duke team. UNC at the corner with Black. Black dribbles up to the baseline. Black moves it out left corner. Can they stay in bounds? No, they did not. Turnover by R.J. Davis at the baseline. It will go back to Duke. Davis and Love coming off the bench in this matchup. A little bit different of a starting lineup today as UNC started off their seniors in this matchup. So that's why you see a player like Jackson Watkins get the start and then Davis and Love able to check in a little bit later into the game. So 5-2 the score. We take the first break of the game. Media timeout. 15:51 left to play in the first. Yeah, it seems like a lot of the games that I've been seeing have been like super physical lately. Like throughout all the conferences. There really hasn't been much scoring, especially to like start off the game. I was shocked by that Kansas-Texas score from today. Texas just locked up Kansas throughout the whole game. Let's see what we got for scores currently. Miami up over Pitt, 33-30. Miami's home for that matchup. Nevada, must win for them. They're right on the bubble. 45-42, Nevada leading UNLV, a game that you cannot afford to lose. Oklahoma State on the bubble. Texas Tech, last week they were, but not there now. 33-26, Oklahoma State leading Texas Tech. Samford in the SoCon tournament losing against Chattanooga right now, 36-29. Samford had been the number 1 team in the SoCon for a while this season. Drake up over Southern Illinois, 25-15 in the Missouri Valley Conference tournament. Winner will face Bradley tomorrow in that game. Bradley winning at the buzzer today against Indiana State. Anthony, welcome on back. Yeah, that was a terrible collapse yesterday for the Celtics. They came out, they were moving the ball really well starting off the game, and then they just started to jack up these like stupid shots. Nobody would get touches on the possession. They just come up with a rebound, jack up a shot, quick up the floor. It allowed Brooklyn to creep back into the game, and then before you knew it, Brooklyn was right there with them and took advantage, and Just terrible game by Boston yesterday. They had some terrible shot selections that they had. Like it was one of their worst shooting games, efficient-wise, in like the second, third, and fourth quarter, I believe, throughout the whole season. It was bad. They just could not get a bucket. Mikal Bridges went off yesterday. All right, 20 plus in the stream. If you guys are new, make sure to hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. We are going to come back from the timeout in just a moment. I hope so. I hope the Celtics can bounce back. Hey, that's awesome there, SG. Knicks have been tough lately. Still going to take the Celtics, though, for tomorrow. Should be a good game. I might be able to cover Celtics-Knicks tomorrow. I'll be out for most of the day on Sunday. So make sure to ring that notification bell. I'm not entirely sure if I'll be able to cover it, depending on what time I get out tomorrow or so. But if you guys would like to come on board tomorrow, if I am live, feel free to do so. Back from the timeout, Duke able to take a three. They make the three from the timeout by Jeremy Roach. 15-20 left to go in the first. UNC has possession at the corner. Bounce pass over to the low block. Baycott gets double teamed. Swinging it off to the wing. It went out of bounds, though, away from Nance. It's a turnover. So Duke provides the pressure defensively, forcing a double team on Baycott. Had to get away the pass and let it sail a little bit too wide to Pete Nance off his spot. At the mark. Joe, welcome in. I saw that. Sorry to hear, man. Indiana State almost at him. 15 minutes left to go. Duke with the ball. Jumper, mid-range, swoosh by Tyrese Proctor. Duke takes the lead. Davis gives it over to Baycott around the perimeter. Over to the left wing, the Black. Lob over to Baycott. Baycott inside the low post works his way on. Derek Lively, the second, draws the blocking foul. Picked up by Lively. The clock will stop with 14:42. In a physical battle so far inside, Baycott received the entry pass. Able to have a step pass, Lively, and Lively got him from behind. So 2 shots here at the line for Baycott. The first one by Baycott gets the bounce. What's good, John? Welcome back on the stream. Derek Lively, the second, will check out of the game towards the bench now. Second free throw, up and around and out, missed by Baycott. Defensive rebound pulled down by Ryan Young, who's on the floor currently for Duke. Jeremy Roach at the top, 14.5 left to go in the first. Roach dribbles up to the free throw circle, takes the jumper, missed off the rim, tipped it by Young into the hands though of Baycott, who comes out with a defensive rebound. Davis pass midcourt. Bounce pass over to Baycott. Baycott working his way, double teamed at the low block. Back outside it goes to Love. Love shoots the three straight away over Roach. Missed it off the front rim. And Duke comes up with a defensive rebound. We got 14 minutes left to play. Whitehead. Guarded by Leaky Black. Hands it off to Proctor around the perimeter. Proctor turns the corner. Floats it up over Baycott. Missed off the front rim. And got fouled in the process. Yes, he did. Baycott got a piece of the... You got a piece of the shooting hand right there on the runner. So 2 free throws coming up at the line for Duke. 13:52 left to go. This will be 2 shots by Tyrese Proctor. And substitution here, Filipowski will check back into the game for Duke. So Proctor will shoot 2 shots here at the line. First one missed. Second one's up. Second one's through. 8-6 for Duke. So Proctor will take a seat on the bench now. Davis takes up the floor pass midcourt. Hand off to Caleb Love. Davis, Love, Baycott. 3 open at the wing. That's good to put North Carolina with a 1-point lead. Leaky Black, he's got 5 out of the 9 points. The one who was able to drill the 3. Roach, guarded by Davis. Roach, dribble drive down the lane inside, blocked by Baycott. Duke gets the ball back, though. Out to Filipowski. Filipowski left open, shoots the 3, couldn't convert, gets his own rebound back at the top. Filipowski drives, kick out corner, wide open 3 by Duke. There you go. There's an open 3 able to connect by Jeremy Roach. That's just great playmaking there by Filipowski. That was all him, that possession, able to get the offensive rebound, and then saw Roach was just completely open in the corner. There's a hobble player down away from the basketball by UNC, and the clock has to stop here. Lucky that Duke got called for the kicked ball violation, but hobbling off the floor, this is number 14, Puff Johnson, Cam Johnson's brother, right to the bench now as he is hobbling. Yeah, it looks like a lower leg injury, his left leg, by Puff Johnson as he heads towards the bench. Not looking good right there. It looked like he was grimacing in pain on the bench by Puff Johnson. Inbound goes over to Love. Hand off to Davis. Back outside around the perimeter to Nance. Into the hands to Leaky Black. Puff Johnson, as we see right here in the camera, walking gingerly towards the locker room, favoring that left ankle. So Puff Johnson out of the game towards the locker room as UNC misses the 3. Filipowski gets knocked down in the rebound. It's an over-the-back call picked up by North Carolina. Charged to Baycott. 12:41 left to go in the first, and been a physical battle so far in this game. Yeah, Baycott trying to battle for the loose ball. Him, Ryan Young, Filipowski. Filipowski got knocked down. Baycott tried to go up for it, knocked him down around like the chin area, and Filipowski landed down. Missed 3, quick up the floor by Duke. Rebounded by UNC. Davis shovels out to the top. Young dribbles, drives, attacks downhill. Oh, he missed the slam dunk. Ryan Young out of control with the basketball, trying to punch it through, and it slipped out of his hands as Duke comes up with the ball. Open opportunity for 2 points, and you cannot answer for UNC. Tough break right there. 3-point shot missed off the back rim by Duke. Roach had a look straight away, had some space out in the open, but couldn't send it down. Black, guarded by Roach around the perimeter. Moves down on top, over to Davis. Davis passes out to the right wing, over to Love. Love defended by Grandison, takes a 3, hand in the face. That is well off the mark, and the rebound pulled down the far side by Roach. 11:40 left to go in the first. Defensive type of matchup so far in this game. Duke will slow it down. 20 in the shot clock. Jacob Grandison, transfer from Illinois, sends it over to the left wing of Roach. Over to Filipowski, backs his way inside the low post. Filipowski powers his way, and Filipowski gets followed by Pete Nance with 2 free throws coming up. Media timeout once again. 11:23 left to go in the first. Kyle Filipowski, 2 free throws coming up after the timeouts. It's 11-9 Duke. All right, 20 plus right now on the stream. If you guys are new in the channel, make sure to hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. Low scoring game. It looks like we're going to get Duke with a big 3 at the corner by Jeremy Roach. Roach, the top scorer, 6 points so far for the Blue Devils. Really going to help out this team to see if they can make a deep run in the tournament because of his leadership on the floor for Jeremy Roach. been with the program for quite a bit now. Junior season for Jeremy Roach. 3-point shot, or 3 points so far by Tyrese Proctor. Made a bucket, and he made a free throw. And Mark Mitchell has 2 so far for Duke. So 6 by Roach, 3 by Proctor, 2 by Mitchell. Filipowski yet to score. Has a chance to change that with 2 free throws coming up. UNC, 5 points by Leaky Black leading the way. 3 points by Baycott with 2 rebounds. Tough sign to see Puff Johnson leave the game, hobbled off the floor for Puff Johnson. Both of these teams not shooting the ball well right now. Duke's had the looks from 3. They're just 2 for 6 from the perimeter, though. They get the rebound advantage, 10-7, currently in the glass. Quick update on the scores throughout college hoops. Currently, Miami leading Pitt, 42-38. Nevada up over UNLV, 53-46. Just over 4 minutes left to play. So good sign for Nevada to keep up their tournament hopes. Not so hot for UNC right now because they were searching for a Nevada loss to get them back a little bit closer to the bracket. But a loss by Nevada would be devastating. Put them behind UNC. At this point, Nevada taking care of business. Oklahoma State, close game on the road at Texas Tech. Oklahoma State also trying to work their way back up to the bracket. 35-32, Cowboys lead. That's basically it for games going on right now. SoCon, one of the top seeds in the SoCon, Samford, trailing against Chattanooga, 42-37. And Drake in the Missouri Valley Conference semis, they're up over Southern Illinois, 35-20. Waleed, welcome back in. Kentucky looks dangerous. That was shocking today. Especially when the defense has been the go-to this season for Arkansas to put up the points that they did. And also, Kentucky was without Cason Wallace, he's been like a tone setter for that team this season. Just kind of shocked by Arkansas lately because they haven't been playing well at all. I thought that they would be coming, like they'd be on the rise for Arkansas, and it's just hasn't been able to happen lately. So back from the timeout, 2 free throws coming up by Filipowski for Duke. 11:23 left to play in the first. First shot, and gets the bounce in. Second free throw, and that's good as well. So Kyle Filipowski, 2 points now, both to the free throw line. 11:20 left to play. UNC with a possession back from the timeout. DeMarco Dunn, the first time in the game, out on the floor. RJ Davis lost it in the backcourt. Scoops it up, though. Leaky Black still out on the court. Top scorer with 5, Armando Baycott. And a 3 out the wing missed by DeMarco Dunn. Defensive rebound hauled down by Duke. Blue Devils will slow it down. Roach on the floor with Filipowski. Ryan Young, Jacob Grandison, and Mark Mitchell, the 5th player on the court. Roach out to the wing. Bounce pass over to Young. Young swings it out on top. Off to Roach. 8 in the shot clock. Roach dribbles up to the free throw circle. Back out to Mitchell. 4 in the shot clock. They're going to have to take it. Shot clock winding down. Roach down to 1. Dribbles up. Floats up the runner. Off the glass. Hit the rim. No good. A rebound control by UNC. RJ Davis. Stop and pop. Takes the jumper straight away. He drills it. Laser right there by Davis at the top of the key. Shifty moving towards his left off the dribble. That gives the fans something to be happy about as the arena starts to rock once again midway through the first half in a defensive type of battle. Scoring hard to come by, a 1-point game. Filipowski, handoff around the perimeter. Grandison lobs it off to Filipowski. Filipowski spin move inside the key. Filipowski puts it up and he scores. Powers his way to low post up and in off the glass. What a season he's had. 9:45 left to go. 4 points by Kyle Filipowski now. Davis at the wing, moves it outside. Back into the hands of Davis from Dontrez Styles, number 3. Davis dribbles, attacks, floats up the runner, open up the bank. He drops it through. Banks off the backboard, 1-point game. So we finally get some scoring going on, back and forth after a slow start offensively. For both of these teams, been a defensive type of battle so far. Mark Mitchell with a jumper. Mitchell sinks it through. It's a triple. Mark Mitchell lets it rain from downtown. Third main three of the night for Duke. 9 minutes left to play. UNC with the ball. Top of the key, RJ Davis. Out to the corner, it goes to Black. Black dribbles back out around the perimeter. Black puts the ball into the hands to Davis. Davis shoots the 3, missed off the back rim. Filipowski with a defensive board. 8:45 left to go. Duke has it with Filipowski. Filipowski attacks the paint. Filipowski blocked by Baycott. Battle with the bigs today in this game as UNC has it. Outlet pass underneath the hoop to Baycott. Baycott working on Filipowski. Baycott puts it through, up and through. Good for 2. It's a 2-point game. I think they probably move up to the play-in game for UNC. So, yes, I think with this win today, they put their way into the bracket, most likely the play-in game for them. And Duke with a bad pass, it hits the cameraman at the bottom part of his shoe. Sitting on the court right next to the stanchion. It goes out of bounds as Filipowski gets called in the turnover. 8:03 left to go. UNC 19-11. I feel like there's so many Big Ten teams in the field. That's the problem. And Lunardi has a couple Big Ten teams ranked above UNC. If UNC wins this game, they should overjump that grouping. I don't know how in the world Penn State is still like in tournament contention right now. 18-12, 9-10 in the Big Ten. Like Wisconsin at 16-13. See, there's too many teams in the Big Ten. UNC should be able to jump those two teams, which are both in the play-in game as the last two teams in the bracket. We're going to take a timeout on the floor. 18-16, 7:44 left to play. What a game so far tonight here. We got 20 plus watching. If you're new in the stream, make sure to hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. Thanks so much all for joining in, being a part here on the channel tonight. Once again, if you guys would like to join the Behind the Arc Basketball Bracket Challenge group once again for March Madness, feel free to do so. That link is posted in the chat. It's pinned to the chat as well if you guys are interested. Totally free to join. No charge. It is to join, and all are welcome to join, enter their bracket in the ESPN Bracket Challenge. Yeah, they're probably going to be a 10 seed, most likely. I was shocked, too. I thought they'd be like an 8 seed for Providence. Like more like a 8 or a 7, but yeah, I think either now it comes down to an 8, 9, or 10. So I don't think they're in danger of missing the bracket for Providence, but probably going to be a 10 for them, especially if it keeps up. A bad loss today, though. A tough one against Seton Hall. They really have to just hit the reset. Iowa State hit the reset today. Big win at Baylor. Nevada must-win game. Doing that right now. 5-point lead. 2 minutes left to go against UNLV. 54-49. Oklahoma State about to start the second half against Texas Tech. Oklahoma State still in tournament contention. Going to have to fight their way back. 35-32, Oklahoma State leading Texas Tech. I think that's basically it for like a lot of like the key games going on right now. Drake in the Missouri Valley Semi is leading Southern Illinois 39-23. Should be Drake and Bradley tomorrow in the Missouri Valley Tournament Final. Yeah, that's massive for West Virginia. That should put them in the bracket with that win. That should be pretty much close to a lock. They've been playing a lot of like the top tier teams in the Big 12 close too. They took Kansas down to the wire last week. So 18-16, 7:44 left to go as we get back to action. Penn State's won the last 4 out of 5 games. Ironically, the lone loss in that stretch was against Rutgers, which Rutgers right now is not putting themselves in a good situation either to be a part of the tournament. See, I'm kind of shocked that like a team like Penn State's over UNC currently. They get some good wins, but they're all against like teams that's unranked. They beat Illinois twice. That's what's putting them in the bracket. They beat Northwestern in overtime. Northwestern's hyped up. They're currently in number 6 seed by Lunardi. I feel like Northwestern's put super high because of that win over Purdue. Like, they're getting cold recently for Northwestern. They were on a winning streak a couple weeks ago, but now they've been dropping games. 7:30 left to play. Duke with a jumper at the elbow. Proctor gets the bounce, able to drop through for 2. Yeah, that's just unfortunate. I heard Ja got a 2-game suspension for that post from this morning. Oh, man. Yeah, I talked about it yesterday in the streams, how, like, the whole NBA is going out for the Grizzlies. The whole NBA is taking notice on the Grizzlies. Dylan Brooks, a dirty player. Ja thinks that the Grizzlies can run through the West, and the whole West got so much better. The Grizzlies have talked a bunch, but they haven't been able to back up any of it. Missed jumper. Duke able to get the offensive rebound, and they put it back up and through. Good for Ryan Young. $6:20 left to go in the first. UNC has it, edge of the midcourt logo. RJ Davis pass out to the left corner. Baseline drive, soaring up. Leaky Black fouled on the slam dunk attempt by Young. And Black will shoot 2 at the free throw line. Yeah, I think Bradley will probably be a 12 seed for them. So from what I've been seeing Bradley as like a 12 or either a 13. Morehead State, I believe, was like a 15. I believe that conference has been weak this season with Ohio Valley. They lost Murray State out of that conference to go to the Missouri Valley. Leaky Black, 2 free throws. First one is good. Andrew, welcome in. No problem. Thanks so much for joining in. I get the bracket challenge group up there as well. If anybody's interested, feel free to open up the link and join the Behind Your Basketball bracket challenge group over on the ESPN Tournament Challenge if you guys would like. Second free throw good as well for Leaky Black. 6 minutes left to go before halftime. Duke with the ball. Mitchell Dribbles up, takes the jumper to free throw circle, missed off the back rim of UNC with a defensive rebound. Davis passes ahead up the floor to Black. Black moves it cross court off to Love. Love at the elbow, passes back out around the perimeter. Davis, Black, back over to Davis. Davis attacks, kick out Black at the corner, open three, Leaky. Missed off the back rim as Duke crowded the paint, and a great play defensively from them as they get the basketball back off the rebound. They went right into the scouting report knowing about Leaky Black and a ton of history going up against Duke, but his perimeter shooting just hasn't been there. Hasn't been one of them. The Blue Devils back to the free throw line, able to draw the shooting foul by UNC. 5:25 left to play. 2 shots here by Mark Mitchell at the line. First one, got it. Wow. That left his hands quite awkwardly on that free throw. That looked like it appeared to be short, and it bounced off the front rim, went to the back, and it rolled around the rim, and it dropped in. Second free throw by Mitchell. That's not good. Missed off the front rim. Just seemed like on both of those free throws, he didn't get enough lift on it for Mitchell. Missed off the glass by Love. Wild on the layup attempt downhill. Duke with a great defense inside the paint. They dribble it off their foot. They turn it over. Here goes Davis. Davis up the floor. 3-on-2. Makes the pass ahead. And the layup's good. Plus the foul. Caleb Love scores the bucket. Gives UNC signs of life. In a 1-point game, chance to tie it up at the free throw line by Love. Let's see the sequence again. Got this on the replay. Just terrible turnover. Number 0, Dariq Whitehead just dribbled the basketball off his foot in UNC. 2 points off the steal. Makes Whitehead pay for his mistake. It's a tough offensive possession there for Duke. 6 points scored off the fast break by UNC. And the free throw is good. We're tied up at 23. 5 minutes left to go before halftime. 7 points each by Leaky Black, Armando Bacot, Love. Up to 4 points now. 5 points by R.J. Davis, Duke's top scorer. 6 points each by Mark Mitchell and Jeremy Roach. Loose ball, Duke able to scoop it up. Power their way right into the post. Bucket will count. It is good. Plus the foul. So Whitehead will shoot one at the free throw line. Able to get the loose ball in a scramble here. Filipowski floated it up. Tipped it up. Loose at the perimeter. Able to get collected by Whitehead as he attacked inside the paint. Scored and the foul. That's number 7 by UNC now as a team. One shot. Whitehead drills it. 3-point Duke lead, back-to-back and ones on both ends. Number 0, Seth Trimble now into the game for North Carolina. Duke out-rebounded UNC in the offensive glass 5-1 currently in this game. Rebound numbers in favor of Duke 17-11. Trimble, a lot of dribbling inside the key. His pass intercepted down the far side. Duke with a steal. 4:20 left to play. Whitehead. Bounce pass over to Filipowski. Filipowski inside. Takes advantage. He scores up and through for 2. Duke's starting to find their rhythm right now. Pounding their way inside the post. Seth Trimble. Up to the elbow. Trimble. A lot of dribbling once again. Moves it back out on top. Dribble drive down the lane and draws the contact and the foul. This will send Caleb Love to shoot 2. And we're going to have a timeout taken on the floor. So media timeout on the floor. 3:53 left to go. Filipowski up to 6 points as well. That's a trio with 6 points each. Filipowski, Mitchell, and Roach for Duke. Yeah, really good question there. I guess it all depends on like how much Villanova loses by in the Big East Championship. I think the committee should definitely look at Villanova if they make it all the way to the Big East Championship and they lose at the buzzer. That'll be an unfortunate way to miss the bracket. That loss against Portland just really stinks for them. Like, so much is going to be decided next week in conference tournaments. Man, Xavier, an absolute machine this season. Xavier up over Butler, 17-9 currently. Oh boy. Nevada going into overtime against UNLV. That's not good for Nevada. Nevada last four in the play-in game, according to Joe Lunardi, versus Penn State. Nevada 56, UNLV 56. It's a home game for Nevada. Overtime. Yeah, so I guess they got like certain committee members from different conferences who's part of the committee that they have. So, yeah, a lot of them are athletic directors from some of the schools. So they got the athletic directors from Arizona, Iowa State, UNC is on the committee, Minnesota, Alabama, and Butler. And Samford out of the Southern Conference, they have their athletic director is on the men's committee. I got VCU to win the A10. There's like a dark horse team that like nobody expects. Maybe Fordham can sneak its way in. That would be pretty hilarious considering that we've never seen Fordham like in the tournament. Both of the free throws good at the line for UNC. And then they got commissioners from the SWAC, the A10, Big Sky, and Sunbelt, part of the committee. 3-point game, 3.5 left to go. Over to Filipowski. Filipowski backs his way on Baycott inside the low post. Filipowski puts it up. Filipowski scores, plus the foul committed by Baycott. Kyle Filipowski powers his way to the bucket, +1 at the free throw line. Filipowski just eating his way inside the low post right now. Baycott picks up his second personal foul. Top scorer of the game now, Filipowski with 8. And Pete Nance will come in and place a Baycott. Baycott checks out towards the bench. Filipowski leading all freshmen this season with 13 double-doubles, 9 rebounds per game. His free throw is good. He's been carrying Duke this season. 3:20 left to go. UNC with a possession. Top of the key, Pete Nance. Guarded by Filipowski. Off to Davis. Davis sends it out to the left corner. Down low. Black puts up the shot. Black missed off the glass too strong. Filipowski comes out with a defensive rebound. 3 minutes left to go before halftime. And Duke just starting to take over this game with their size. Roach at the wing. Roach bounce past Filipowski. Working one-on-one now by Nance. Over to Roach once again. 12 on the shot clock. Roach at the left corner. Guarded by number 22, Justin McCoy. Roach takes a three. Missed around the rim and out. And the rebound pulled down by UNC. Love gets some space. Takes the jumper mid-range. And Caleb Love connects on it. Caleb Love able to accelerate, dribble up. Inside the three-point arc. Take the mid-range shot. Able to drill it down. Able to find some space out there. Tyrese Proctor, skip pass left corner. Mitchell, up fake, dribbles into the key. Mitchell, inside the low post, puts it up with the left hand. No good. Offensive rebound, Filipowski. Filipowski off the glass, gets his own rebound back again. Offensive rebounds have been major so far in this game for Duke. They slow it down. 2 minutes left to go before halftime. Tyrese Proctor, 8 on the shot clock. Proctor around the perimeter. Proctor, 5 in the shot clock, going to do it all himself. Proctor takes the three. Proctor missed too long. And Leaky Black comes up with a defensive board. 1:40 left to play before halftime. Baseline drive. High arcing shot. And draws the foul is RJ Davis heading to the free throw line. Yeah, I have no clue. Like, these Mountain West teams, my personal opinion about the Mountain West is I think they got a good chance to have all their teams lose in the round of 64. Like I thought that they put too many Mountain West teams to begin with in the field at the start of this year. Like, I don't know how Nevada, Boise State, like how these teams are even in the field. I believe they got 3 teams right now in the field. Because at one point in the season, they had 5. Utah State's right behind UNC, just outside the tournament. Utah State hosting Boise State tonight. Utah State's got a record of 23-7, and they're not in the field. They're better in the net than Nevada and Boise State, and they're not in the field. 1:20 left to go. Both of the free throws good at the line for Davis. New Mexico was the last undefeated team, and once conference play began, they just couldn't pick up enough conference wins for them. I think they're gone like 500 in the conference, and still when they were 500 in the Mountain West, they were still put like last team in the bracket until they lost out last week. Funny part about it is if New Mexico wins a week ago against San Diego State, New Mexico is probably still like hovering last team in the bracket or first team out probably for that win against San Diego State. $1:10 left to go before half. Duke called on their 6th turnover to game inside. It goes back to UNC. Pete Nance hands it off to Love. Love spin move, takes the jumper at the elbow, skipped around the rim and out, tipped up. And the rebound for a moment went to Proctor, got pushed down, and a loose ball foul picked up by Pete Nance. So this will send Proctor to the bonus now. 1-1 coming up at the free throw line. 30+ watching right now. If you guys are new in the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. I cover basketball action on the channel play-by-play, both the college hoops, also NBA games. If anybody's interested out there in joining the Behind the Arc Basketball Bracket Challenge group, feel free to be a part of that. I posted the link out in the chat. All are welcome to join, totally free to join. 1 bracket per person in the Behind the Arc Basketball Bracket Challenge. First free throw, it is a make by Proctor. So foul trouble hurting UNC right now. 3 personal fouls by Pete Nance, 2 by Armando Bacot. That's the top 2 front court players in the team. 5 combined fouls. Currently, in the final minute left to go before halftime. Second free throw good by Proctor. UNC has it with Davis. Davis, step back jumper, 15-footer straight away, missed around the rim and out. Filipowski collects the defensive board, and Duke will slow down the ball. Proctor will take the timeouts. 39.4 seconds left to play before halftime. Duke 4-point lead as they burn a timeout on the floor. Critical game for UNC. Also, UNC with 9 personal fouls. So next time, Duke will head to the double bonus. If they do get fouled before halftime, it'll be a guaranteed 2. Nine points. Let's see, we'll start off with Duke. 9 points by Kyle Filipowski leading the way. 7 points by Tyrese Proctor. 6 each by Mitchell and Roach currently. Filipowski's almost got a double-double at half. He's got 9 points, 9 rebounds. Just eating his way lately in the post. Getting his way, allowing Bacot to pick up 2 personal fouls. 9 points off the bench by RJ Davis. 7 points each by Bacot and Black. Caleb Love's got 6. Only 4 players have scored tonight for UNC. Back from the timeout, 30 seconds left to play before halftime. Duke with a possession, up by 4. Roach receives the pass, guarded off a double team at the top. Gets the pass away to Granderson. Granderson dribbles baseline. He got blocked. UNC comes up with a basketball off the block. Black slides it outside. They'll slow down the possession. It was Dontrez Styles who blocked Granderson. 10 seconds remaining, and North Carolina will burn the timeout. So timeout once again, and we take on the floor. Granderson stuffed by Styles, trying to float up the shot inside the low post. It's been a block fest in this game today. 3 blocks by Duke all in the first couple minutes. 4 blocks now by UNC. Both teams shooting the ball pretty well at the free throw line. Duke 8 for 10, UNC 11 for 13. Just been effectiveness with shooting. Been a little bit of a difference in this game. Kyle Filipowski, couple of buckets inside the low post. 37% shooting for Duke. Just 35% for UNC today. Been a really physical type of game. Make sure to vote in the poll who you guys are rooting for tonight in this matchup, Duke or UNC. Feel free to let us know out in the chat as well. Inbound for North Carolina. 10 seconds left. We come back out of the timeout. Top of the key, Davis dribbles up, drives inside the paint. Davis missed the layup. Tap in, no good. Tapped out around the rim, and North Carolina had 2 opportunities to put in a tip-in. They couldn't. Whistle did blow, and the Duke Blue Devils here commit a foul at the rim. It looks like it. Let's see who this was on. Is it on Mitchell here? Filipowski. It's on Filipowski for... Oh, no, it's going to be on UNC. Basket interference by UNC. It will be Duke basketball. Duke gets the inbound, and UNC... Oh, no, goaltend. Goaltend, they put it. So it was a goaltend. So Filipowski, it was like halfway on the rim. Filipowski got called for the goaltend. 33-31. So UNC awarded that bucket right before halftime. Filipowski called in the goaltend, and we close out going to half. Yeah, that's a tough break there for Duke. UNC had a couple opportunities right before the buzzer. Couldn't tap it in, but Filipowski had touched it when it was at the top of the rim, bouncing up, trying to get the rebound, but referees had blew the whistle, 0.8 remaining, and they said it was a goaltend picked up by Filipowski. So that's how we closed it out, going to halftime. It's going to come down to who can make more shots in the second half in this game. Duke's got the advantage in the low post. They got the advantage on the glass, too. 22-16 Duke. Filipowski having his way, getting Baycott in the foul trouble, Nance in the foul trouble, and the fall is not looking so hot right now for UNC, because in order to beat Duke, you need to keep your size on the floor. You can't be depleted in the front court, and Armando Baycott, 2 personal fouls, Pete Nance with 3. That's a trouble sign for UNC as we go into halftime. Baycott with 9 points, Nance yet to score, 7 points by Leaky Black. That's good for Black in the first half because he's not really known to be a go-to scorer. RJ Davis got 9 points. Caleb Love's scored just 6 points so far, only 1 for 5 shooting by Love today. Filipowski leads the way. He's got 9 for Duke, 7 points by Proctor, 6 by Roach, 6 by Mitchell. Basically spread it out more even for Duke, more balanced in this matchup so far in the first. 6 scores for Duke, only 4 scores for UNC, and 2 front court players in deep foul trouble. Duke's got nobody with 3 personal fouls, 2 each by Derek Lively, Dariq Whitehead, and Ryan Young. Nevada in overtime currently taking on UNLV 62-62. Nevada in the bracket according to Joe Lunardi. Just barely. Nevada last 4 in the play-in game currently. Wow, pretty much even on the poll right now. Make sure to vote in the poll if you haven't already done so, too. Feel free to let us know out in the chat who you guys are rooting for tonight. What's good, Uneducated Sports Talk? Welcome in. Thanks so much for joining in, brother. Appreciate it. So UNC just 1-8 in quad 1 games. Nevada's 4-5. I'm interested to see who those games have been against. That's the thing. Nevada with wins over Boise State, Utah State, San Diego State, New Mexico. Those are their best wins. Lost in OT against K-State. Lost against Loyola Marymount by 12. Lost at Oregon by 13. And they're 0-2 against major conference teams. Lost against K-State in overtime early on in the season, but lost against Oregon, which is not a tournament team right now. Like, I don't know how Nevada's... I don't know how in the world they're in the bracket currently. 22-9, 12-6 in the Mountain West. Oh, by the way, they just lost against UNLV. This game just went final. UNLV has won a home game at Nevada. 69-67, so that has just gone final. So Nevada looking like they'll miss out on the tournament. Nevada back-to-back losses at Wyoming and hosting UNLV. Like, you can't make the bracket now. There's no way. There's another team from the Mountain West that's just come up short. So UNC moves up a spot currently. Devastating loss for Nevada. Arizona State in the field. So if the season ended today, this is what the play-in game would look like right now. Minus Nevada, it would be Mississippi State, Wisconsin, Penn State, Arizona State. UNC is the first team out of the bracket right now. Yeah, it's crazy that Northwestern's put as a 6th seed. Like, that's pumped up a ton. NFL and other things, welcome in. A big game for your team here. Really going to have to show up in the second half to win this one. The problem's been is that the top 2 front court players in foul trouble now. Baycott with 2 fouls, and Pete Nance's got 3 in the first half. Boise State's actually won against power conference schools, unlike Nevada. Boise State has wins over Texas A&M by 15, Colorado, Washington State. They beat Nevada the last time by 15. Boise State's 23-7, so that's more respectable than... I don't know how Nevada was in the bracket. Boise State's got better wins for sure. They do have a questionable loss at Santa Clara. They lost by 15 at Santa Clara. They also lost at San Diego State a week ago. Lost by 6 in overtime. Yeah, that's what's really helping out Boise State right now. Texas A&M, they really struggled back in December, so they got Texas A&M when they anybody could have dreamed of playing them. Got them at the right time. Not yet. So this is the final game of the regular season. So next Saturday will be the conference championship game conference championship game for Big 12 and ACC. 1 week from today, they'll have the conference tournament championship. I believe conference tournaments start on, I believe it's Tuesday for the ACC, for like the bottom teams of the bracket, like probably teams like Georgia Tech, Louisville, BC, like the 15, 14, 13, 12 seeds. I think it's like the 15 all the way to 10 on Wednesday. On Tuesday they have, I believe. Big 12 starts on Wednesday for their conference tournament. Yeah, UNC still has chances. It's going to be tough if they do lose tonight, but in order to get to the bracket, most likely we'll have to win the ACC tournament, but along the way, you need to take down teams that's much higher than you. Teams like Miami, Virginia, once again. Yeah, that was crazy. Georgetown and Oregon State from 2 years ago, back in the bubble in 2021. Georgetown won the Big East tournament. And I believe they destroyed Creighton in that game too. Like, it wasn't even close. Miami up against Pitt currently 59-52. Xavier leading Butler 20-13. Louisiana Tech up over Florida Atlantic 18-16 currently. That's to keep note. Florida Atlantic been balling out this season, but they can still be an at-large. Like, if they lose tonight and then lose early on in their bracket, I don't think there's any way Florida Atlantic will get in. They have an incredible record. That would be devastating for Florida Atlantic. They need to finish out strong and just secure their conference tournament championship. That's the big thing, because you don't want to be sweating it out on Selection Sunday, based that you have like 30 wins or so, but then you take like a bad loss in the tournament. That's the thing. Oral Roberts destroying North Dakota 43-26. That is a lethal 12 seed. Whoever faces Oral Roberts, oh man, just bless you. Sending prayers to that team who's the 5 seed that gets Oral Roberts. Here's the thing, is that the 5 seeds are pretty good right now, according to Lunardi. The 4 seeds are the ones that's dropping. That's where the 4s could drop back to the 5, and there are certainly vulnerable, really vulnerable 4s out there. Here's the 4 seeds: Indiana, Xavier, UConn, Virginia. That'd be one that they throw in Oral Roberts against Virginia for that match. 5s look like this: TCU, St. Mary's, Miami, Creighton. I've seen some brackets that put San Diego State all the way up to a 5. Right now they're a 6, according to Lunardi. They'd have the play-in game winner, Mississippi State, Wisconsin. Duke, a 6 as well. They'd have a play-in game winner between Penn State and... last time it was Nevada. That's going to change. 6 seed Northwestern, which is just pumped up. West Virginia with an 11. And then 6 seed Iowa State. Big game for them today, pounding Baylor. What's good, Jay Ramirez? Welcome to the stream here, man. Feel free to join the Behind the Arc Basketball Bracket Challenge group if you guys are interested. That link is posted into the chat. All are welcome to join. Totally free to join. Yeah, I think they played St. Mary's in the season opener, and they lost by 8 points on the road, 78-70 in the season opener at St. Mary's. See, the problem about that is that the committee tries to the committee is going to avoid matchups like that. That's the thing. So you probably won't see Auburn play Northwestern in the bracket for like a 10-7 matchup, because they already played each other back in November. It was gross. The final score is 43-42. Oral Roberts played against St. Mary's and Houston for 2 notable teams in the bracket. But yeah, if the teams are matched up during the regular season and they play each other again, like, in my opinion, I feel like the team that lost, it just gives them more like energy to go out and prove themselves against that other team that they lost to like 3-4 months ago, back in non-conference play, to give them another chance to win that game. So, in my opinion, I actually like the teams that lose that game early on in November. Say like an Oral Roberts lost against St. Mary's. If Oral Roberts plays St. Mary's again, I'm taking Oral Roberts because of them losing by just 8 points on the road. I think it just gives them more energy to come out and prove themselves in the second matchup and turn the tables. So we've seen a lot of the series games and conference play being split this season. It's been Michigan the first time pounded Maryland, and then Maryland the second time beat Michigan back in conference play. That's like an example, because the score wasn't even close. I think it was like 81-46. Yeah, I hope UCLA wins tonight. Arizona's been playing shaky against teams that are not even close to the bracket. They've had some bad losses. UCLA struggled with like size. That's the problem for UCLA, is that they've struggled with size, and Arizona's big. Miami up against Pitt, 66-60. Xavier looking good, leading Butler 33-21. Oklahoma State holding on narrowly against Texas Tech, 60-57. Samford, who is one of the top-tier teams in the SoCon, losing against Chattanooga 68-60 with 8 minutes remaining. Seen a lot of upsets so far in the bracket. Jameson, welcome to the stream. Thanks so much for joining in. Yeah, Jay Wright was actually, I think he was announcing one of the earlier games today on CBS. All right, here we go. Second half of basketball upcoming. Hit us up in the chat who you guys are rooting for in this game, Duke or UNC. Massive game for the North Carolina Tar Heels. Massive game for them. They cannot afford to lose this game if you're UNC. Win this game, puts another quad one victory, moves them up, probably puts them in the play-in game. Lose this game, keeps them away from the bracket. Yeah, Lunardi's got them as a 7. They should be moving up to a 6, though. That was a great win today at Arkansas. Ron, welcome back in. Here we go, second half of action. North Carolina in quite a bit of foul trouble in their front court. 2 personal fouls by Armando Bacot. 3 personal fouls picked up by Pete Nance. Top of the key, UNC has it first with Pete Nance. Nance hands it over to Love. Love passes right corner. Nance takes the 3. Nance missed off the back rim. Offensive rebound, Leaky Black. Black pins it off of Filipowski out of bounds. So it'll stay UNC ball. 19:41 left to go as we just started off the second. Inbound for UNC. Nance bounce pass down low, drawing a double team. Inside the low post, over to Black. Black puts it up, missed around the rim and out. Great defense by Duke as they come up with a defensive rebound. 30 seconds into action, Duke will slow it down, 2-point lead. Duke's controlled this game. They've been up throughout this matchup, but it's been really close all throughout the game today. Roach has that the wing, pass on top over to Proctor. Proctor in the floor with Mark Mitchell, Kyle Filipowski out there as well. And number 1, Derek Lively the second. Proctor gets stripped. He turned over the basketball. That's been the problem spot so far tonight for Duke. Missed shot the rim off the glass, too strong by Davis. And the rebound back to Duke. First minute through action of the second half. 19 minutes left to go. Runner inside the key. Off the back rim. Missed. No good for the Blue Devils. So Roach had a look, couldn't send it down. UNC with the ball, passing off the roll down. Bacot double teamed. Sends it on top. Here's a 3 straight away. Nance airballs it, and it goes out of bounds. That's going to hurt right there for UNC. Pete Nance just not giving the Tar Heels quality minutes tonight. Nance, no points. 3 personal fouls. And straight up airballs a 3. Wide open at the top. 18.5 left to go. Roach sends it over to Filipowski. Hands it off to Lively. Lively at the free throw circle, back outside. It goes. Lively has it once again, makes the pass out to his right to Roach. Roach turns the corner, floats up the runner, inside a key, drops it through that time for 2. Duke with the first bucket coming out of the halftime break. UNC with 18 minutes remaining. Their season on the ropes right now. Bounce pass down low. Bacot couldn't finish, got fouled from behind by Lively, and Bacot will shoot 2 at the line. Derek Lively the second. That's his 3rd personal foul now, so he's the lone player in deep foul trouble for Duke. Lively with his 3rd, 2 shots at the line for Bacot. First one's good. 60 plus watching. If you're new in the stream, make sure to hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. I cover basketball action here on the channel, play-by-play, both the college hoops and also NBA games. If you guys are interested, feel free to join the Behind the Arc Basketball Bracket Challenge group. It's over on ESPN.com this year that we're going to do. The link for the Bracket Challenge group is posted in the chat. All are welcome to join in, fill out their bracket, and be a part of the tournament challenge. Duke takes a three. They got knocked down, and that's a bad fall picked up by North Carolina. Charge to R.J. Davis. It will result in 3 free throws coming up at the line for Tyrese Proctor. Davis contesting, and then he chopped down Proctor, got into his knee area around his landing zone, around the perimeter, and knocked him down. That's a tough fall there for North Carolina. Proctor to shoot 3 at the line. First one's good. Second shot by Proctor. It's good as well. Good things happen when you make your free throws. Duke's doing that tonight. Third free throw. No good, around the rim and out. 4-point Duke lead. 17:40 left to play. Duke 10 of 13 at the free throw line. UNC is 13 of 15. Free throws keeping them in this game for North Carolina. Bacot backs his way, brings a double team with Lively and Filipowski out to the wing. 3-point shot rolled around the rim and out. No good by UNC. Tipped off the glass with a defensive board pulled down by Duke. Duke with the ball with Roach. Roach at the elbow, takes the jumper, off the back rim, missed, and the rebound controlled for UNC by Black. Black up the floor. They struggle from downtown all throughout the game. Caleb Love has it. Slides it out to his right over to Davis. Davis finds Bacot. Bacot attacks inside the paint. Bacot draws the shooting foul. That looked like it was pretty clean by Derek Lively, but referees call Lively in the foul, and this will be 2 shots coming up by Bacot. That's number 4 by Lively right now. Let's see here in the replay. Ooh, from that angle, looked like it was a pretty clean block by Lively. Yeah. Wow, that looked like it was pretty clean. 17:06 left to go. 2 free throws to the line for Bacot. It's been a really, really well refereed game until that call on the floor. First one is good. So Lively will check out of the game for quite a bit of time. Now with 4 personal fouls, takes a seat on the bench. Yeah, that was unfortunate last night with the Celtics collapse. Always a chance to regroup. That was bad. That was the worst loss by far this season. Hopefully they'll regroup and take the game tomorrow. A 2-point game. Bacot makes both of them. Proctor. Guarded at the wing by Davis. Proctor dribbles up into the key. Proctor floats it up. Missed around the rim and out. Davis with a defensive board. Under 17 minutes left to play. Davis up the floor. Finds Nance. Nance lobs it off to Bacot. Backs his way. Lost it. Turns it over. When the things were going in the right direction for North Carolina, Bacot with a chance in the low post. Just doing too much there off a spin move and turned it over. So many opportunities for UNC to take control of this game, take the lead, and they haven't been able to do that tonight. Proctor dribbles up to the elbow. Proctor with a jumper, no good. A tip in, it is good as he follows up his own miss. Tyrese Proctor hungry for 2 more, gets it off his own offensive board, off the tip and through for 2. 11 points, 2 rebounds tonight for Proctor. Pick and roll. Bacot blocked at the rim. Goes out of bounds off Bacot. That's incredible defense by Mark Mitchell. And it will go back to Duke with the ball with 16:04 left to play. Number 25 stepping up inside the low post. Mark Mitchell with a major block on Bacot as the ball went off Bacot's body and out of bounds to the baseline. 13 points by Bacot with 6 rebounds, leading the way for UNC. Tyrese Proctor with 11, top scorer for Duke, 9 points by Filipowski. Top of the key, it is number 15, Ryan Young. Backing their way inside the low post, Filipowski. No good, gets his own rebound back, Filipowski. Double team, Filipowski. Throwing it down, two-handed jam. 6-point lead for Duke, Kyle Filipowski. showing you what big boy basketball is like with a double-double now, 11-10. He's just too powerful against this UNC team tonight. They just don't have answers to stop Filipowski. Late stage of the first half, he was on fire. And just major putback dunk right there. UNC will head to the free throw line coming up after the media timeout. 15:44 left to go. Kyle Filipowski triple teamed, and he still found a way to get the offensive board and dunk it through. Cato, welcome in. I actually predicted UNC tonight in this game. They've been pretty good in their home floor, 12-2 this season. And knowing the meaning of this game for North Carolina, that it's basically win and you move up closer to the bracket. I wouldn't say it's win and in for UNC, but win, put yourself in a much better position to get to the tournament. You lose this game, it's tough. You're going to have to win the ACC tournament most likely for UNC. If you lose this game, you have chances to see if you can be able to improve. Say if other teams out in front of you keep on losing games, but it just makes things even tougher for UNC. This is more so a must-win game for them. They can still get to the bracket. It'll be difficult to do so, though. Going to have to take down teams like Miami, Virginia. Probably going to have to take down Duke once again. Going to have to take down Duke in the ACC tournament. So those are the three teams, realistically, that you'll probably have to beat in a row if the schedule even offers it to you. That's the thing. Like, I haven't seen like what the seeding happens to be, but if you get like bad matchups and stuff, it's not gonna help you out. Like, if there's like teams that if you land up with matchups like other teams advancing far, like Wake Forest, BC, if they pull off upsets against like teams like Virginia, Miami in the bracket, that's not going to help out either. Certainly doesn't help out. So this is must win for UNC. Hey, thanks so much for the sub, Caden. Appreciate it, man. Feel free to join the Behind the Arc Basketball Bracket Challenge group. That link is posted in the chat if you guys are interested in doing so. It's totally free to join. All you have to do, just join the group, create an ESPN account if you haven't already done so, and then once the brackets come out on Selection Sunday, you can fill out your brackets anywhere from Selection Sunday to right before the start of the opening round on Thursday, March 16th. King Markey, welcome back in. 11 points each by Filipowski and Proctor. Filipowski double-double, 11 points, 10 rebounds. Duke plus 8 on the glass, 29-21. Offensive rebounds been a big favor for Duke tonight, 9-4. Yeah, it's crazy, Mike. Like, they really miss Brady Manick that bad. Like, it's crazy. Wow, Florida Atlantic right now is losing. 43-38, Louisiana Tech with the lead at halftime. Up over Florida Atlantic. 1 minute left to go between Oklahoma State and Texas Tech. 65-63. Oklahoma State 2-point lead on the road at Texas Tech. Huge game, especially for Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State finds themselves right outside the NCAA tournament, right behind UNC. Xavier leading Butler at the half, 37-27. Oh, this is a great matchup tonight. Villanova leading UConn 15-14. 11 minutes left to play before halftime. Villanova just made a jumper, make it 17-14. Villanova been playing lights out lately, trying to make a late run. Miami up over Pittsburgh, final minute, 74-69. Miami looking to close it out against Pitt tonight. Free throw is good at the line for UNC. Duke with the ball. 15 minutes left to play. Proctor dribbles up into the key, swings it back out to the top, Filipowski. Filipowski moves it back outside for the Blue Devils. 5 in the shot clock. Dribble, drive, Roach inside. Roach gets blocked by Baycott. Into the hands of Filipowski. Puts up the shot, missed off the front rim in the key. Rebound back to UNC as they look to push it. Out to the wing. Caleb Love, deep three, and no good. It skipped around the rim. A rebound over to Ryan Young for Duke. Caleb Love just launching just from so deep. Just such a low percentage shot for him up the floor when you would think that he would take a bunch more dribbles out of his system and see if he could attack. Here's a three by Filipowski. That missed too long off the back rim, and both teams have gone cold out of this timeout. Approaching the 14-minute mark left to play. UNC with a possession. Nance, lob down low, deflected, intercepted by Ryan Young with a steal for Duke. Duke running the floor. Mitchell receives the pass. Mitchell dunks it down. Two-handed flush. Soaring up. Cutting straight line to the hoop, receiving the pass. Duke by 7. 8 second-half points in the paint by Duke. That has been the go-to all throughout the season. Here comes UNC. Dribble drive, attack the lane, down inside with a left-handed layup. Up and in with a kiss off the backboard. It's a basket by Caleb Love. I think Love waving his hands in the air. He was looking for a foul call. Him and Ryan Young got contacted. Love on that drive got knocked down by Young, but no call by the referees. It's a strong drive by Love, too. UNC just made their first field goal of the second half. They're only 1 for 8. Duke's 4 of 12. Blue Devils slow down possession. Foul picked up by UNC. Caleb Love knocking down a Duke player down to the hardwood, so Love will pick up the personal. Puff Johnson back into the game. He left the game early on due to an ankle injury, hobbled off the floor. We'll see if Duke can exploit that matchup now with Puff Johnson on the floor. So he was limping earlier. He gets his first playing time since like the first 5 minutes of the first half. 13 and a half left to play. Second half. Inbound goes to Proctor. Proctor guarded by Davis. Pass out to the right wing off to Roach. Roach sends it on top over to Mark Mitchell. Mitchell, handoff Proctor, turns the corner, takes the jumper, 15-footer, missed off the back rim, and the rebound controlled by Baycott for UNC. North Carolina has it up the floor. At the elbow, Davis shovels. Step back jumper, deep 2. Off the rim, no good. Tipped off the rim, missed by Baycott. Offensive rebound. Johnson couldn't get it to go. Another chance, though, is Baycott able to clean it up, and Baycott scores. 3-point game, North Carolina fighting to save their NCAA tournament lives. Under 13 minutes left to play. At the right wing perimeter, it's Proctor. Proctor guarded by Davis. Proctor hands it off to Mark Mitchell. He's the one defended by Puff Johnson. Slides it on top out over to Dariq Whitehead. Into the hands now of Roach. Roach passes over to Proctor. 12:30 left to go. 5 in the shot clock. Proctor at the top. Proctor crossover, step back jumper, deep 2. Airballed it, no good. Baycott comes up with the basketball. 12:20 left to go. Pass midcourt for UNC. Chance to tie it up with a 3. They've been struggling all night long. They do take the 3. They zip it through. It's good. What a time to drill a 3 ball by RJ Davis. 43 even. 7-zip run for UNC to respond. North Carolina, just 3 for 14 from 3-point range. First made 3 the second half. RJ Davis, 12 points coming off the bench today. And a timeout taken on the floor by John Shire for Duke with 12:08 left to go. 43 all. Big matchup between these two teams right now. Greatest rivalry in all college basketball. RJ Davis, right to the crowd. We see you. We hear you. We're going to do this for you. We're going to get you guys to the NCAA tournament. And we'll see if they provide that answer. Biggest game for North Carolina this season, hands down, right here. Season finale, senior day. And the rivalry game, 43-43. What a comeback on a 7-zip run. +60 watching. If you're new on the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. Make sure to ring the notification bell if you guys are new as well on the channel. If you haven't already done so, feel free to join the Behind the Arc Basketball Bracket Challenge group in there. All are welcome to join in. I posted the link out in the chat for the Bracket Challenge group if you guys are interested. Top scores tonight, Armando Bacot, 15 points, 10 rebounds, 12 points by R.J. Davis. 11 and 11 by Kyle Filipowski, 11 points by Tyrese Proctor. Quick update on the scoreboard. Miami leading Pittsburgh, 30 seconds left to go, 78-73 Miami. Xavier up over Butler, 41-33. Oklahoma State trying to close out Texas Tech, 70-68 with 4 seconds left. Louisiana Tech leading at the start of the second half versus Florida Atlantic, 46-43. Here's a team to watch out for in the bracket. Oral Roberts winning North Dakota, 60-41. Villanova UConn tied up early at 19. Both of these teams have been great at the free throw line today. UNC 84%, Duke 77%. It's going to come down to elite shot making in the remaining course of this game, final 12 minutes. UNC with a major three to force this one to a tie. Duke +3 in the glass, currently 31-28 right now. Hit us up in the chat, by the way. Let us know who you guys are rooting for out here on the channel, so feel free to hit us up in the chat. Back to action. 12 minutes left to go. Duke with a possession. Top of the key. They'll take a quick three and missed off the back rim. Off the mark. As UNC has it, was missed by Roach. Davis just made the three, passes off to Love. Love downhill. Got contacted in the layup motion, and he will draw the shooting foul. So chance to take the lead coming up at the free throw line for North Carolina. So we'll have a quick timeout on the floor. Coming up. And Duke burns the timeout, 43-43, with under 11 minutes left to play. UNC got out to an early 5-point lead at one point in this game. Largest lead by Duke was 7. They led 43-36 as part of a 7-zip run by North Carolina currently. Major game here, especially for North Carolina when it comes down to if they're going to make the tournament or not make the tournament. And with a win today, puts them in much better position to get to the tournament. Wouldn't say that it's a lock, but puts them into a better position. Should put them into the play-in game, at least for UNC, if they do win this one today. Wow, Texas State beat Marshall in the Sun Belt quarters today. That's two of the top teams out of the Sun Belt that lost in their conference tournament. That's wild. Marshall had two 20-point scores on their team. That leaves Louisiana, the only seed remaining, I believe. Louisiana 13-5 in the Sun Belt. They play later tonight against Georgia Southern. The 1 seed Southern Miss lost the first game today against South Alabama, 78-61. Marshall was the 2 seed. They lost against Texas State, 71-68. Texas State had a record of 16-18. Marshall had a record of 24-8. That's brutal. What a brutal way to end the season for Marshall. That leaves Louisiana, who's 23-7. The lone team. Check that. Louisiana was the 2 seed. Marshall was the 3. So both of them had the same conference record, but Louisiana was ranked ahead of Marshall entering the bracket. Back from the timeout. Inbound, deflected out of bounds. It will stay. It'll stay UNC basketball. 11:40 left to go. North Carolina gets the inbound as we get back to action. Love slides the pass out to his right over to Leaky Black. Double teamed at the baseline, out to the top of the key. Love takes a deep 3, step back, contested, missed off the mark, and a defensive rebound ripped away by Ryan Young of Duke. Approaching the 11-minute mark left to go. Blue Devils plus 3 on the glass, 32-29. Top of the key, Young makes the pass out to his left around the perimeter. Derek Whitehead sends it out to the corner to Filipowski. Filipowski working one-on-one at the baseline. And a whistle. And a reach and fall picked up by UNC. The clock will stop with 10:59 left to go. And that's North Carolina's third personal foul. And Duke with 4 in the second half. Frederick, welcome in. Taking UNC in this one. Lively. Back on the floor with 4 personal fouls. Actually, Lively will take a seat on the bench as number 0 comes into the game. Derek Whitehead. Back in place of Lively. Whitehead kick out corner, and the pass intercepted by UNC. Puff Johnson comes out with a steal. Puff Johnson on the floor with Caleb Love, Armando Baycott, RJ Davis, Leaky Black, the 5th player on the floor. Missed 3 at the wing by Love. Jeremy Roach on the floor with Young, Filipowski, Mitchell, and Whitehead. Roach inside the key. Roach gets blocked. UNC comes up with the ball. 10:15 left to go. At the wing, Leaky Black moves it down on top. You get a whistle. The clock will stop. It'll be a reach and fall picked up by Derek Whitehead. So Whitehead picks up his 4th, which will send him towards the bench. So Duke getting in some deep foul trouble with some of their key players. Four personal fouls each by Lively and Whitehead currently. 10 minutes left to play. 43-43. 7-zip run by UNC. Both of these teams been on a scoring drought lately. Double teamed into the gi. Bounce pass Baycott underneath the hoop. His pass shoveled, deflected, and intercepted by Filipowski. Bad pass there by Armando Baycott. Filipowski been major today in this game. 11 points, 11 rebounds. Filipowski dribbles back to the perimeter, starts his drive. Filipowski spin into the key, puts it up off the bounce, and it drops in. 2-point lead for Duke. Kyle Filipowski with 13 and 11 tonight. 9.5 left to go. UNC with the ball. Davis at the top. Crossover. Dribbles up inside the key. Swings it out to the wing into the hands to Black. Black shoots the three. Off the back rim too long. Offensive rebound. Puff Johnson. And a foul picked up by Duke over the back. 9:15 left to go. It will stay UNC basketball. Duke picks up their 6th personal foul of the second half. North Carolina with just 3. Inbound for UNC. 9:10 left to play. Pete Nance at the top, guarded by Young. Hands it off to Davis. Davis takes a step back. Davis, step back 3 in the air, sinks it. UNC with a lead. 1-point game, 9 minutes left to go. The first lead since the score is 9-8 for North Carolina. Duke with the ball at the wing. Roach lobs it over to Young. Young backs his way mid-block inside the key now. Young, turnaround hook in the key, missed, rattled out. Defensive rebound hauled in by Nance. I don't know anymore. Welcome back in. Big win for Miami. Miami just won against Pitt. 78-76. 3 at the wing. It is good once again for UNC. Pete Nance drops down the triple trifecta. North Carolina 12-2 run. 8:15 left to go. Mark Mitchell at the wing, guarded by Nance. Mitchell inside the key. Pro hop, puts it up, puts it through. Good for 2. And we have 8:08 left to go. Timeout taken on the floor by Duke. 8:08 left to play. What a game between these two teams tonight. North Carolina trailing the majority of this game, able to fight their way back into it. The threes are starting to drop. Getting open out on the perimeter. Pete Nance. Got a 2-point lead for UNC. Kevin, welcome in. Congrats on Miami there. Miami securing a number 1 seed ACC tournament. (78-76) the win over Pitt. Wow, this score is eye-popping. Clemson leading Notre Dame at 20-3. Wow, that is eye-popping there. Clemson destroying Notre Dame. Xavier Butler, this game's got close now. 47-43, Xavier leading Butler. UConn leading Villanova 27-20. Yeah, Duke's looking like they'll probably be like a 6 seed for Duke. Duke's got red hot lately. Yeah, UNC is on the bubble. UNC is like right outside the bracket. Like they're like the first team out of the bracket according to Joe Lunardi. Tori, welcome in. Thanks so much for stopping by. Feel free to join in on the Behind the Arc Basketball Bracket Challenge group. We'll get that link posted in the chat if you guys are interested in joining in. We got over 200 people in the chat. Let's go, everybody. If you guys are new in the stream, make sure to hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. I cover basketball action, play-by-play, both of college hoops, also NBA games as well. So hit us up in the chat who you guys are rooting for here in this game, Duke or UNC. If you'd like to be a part of the Bracket Challenge group, it's totally free to join. Yeah, I believe so for Florida Atlantic. I hope they can make it in for them. It'd be a crusher if they don't. They got such a good record. Florida Atlantic currently playing, and right now they're trailing by 6, so they can't afford that loss. They're on the road at Louisiana Tech. It's 56-52 now. Florida Atlantic, as I spoke, just made a 2-point shot, so it was a 4-point game. 56-52. Ben taking Duke in this one. We got 8:08 left to play. 2-point lead for UNC. North Carolina. Last couple possessions, they made a few big threes, able to pull ahead. North Carolina trailed by 7 at one point in the second half. It was 43-36. Then they tied it up at 43. And then UNC able to eventually take the lead. It's a 13-4 run for North Carolina. Rogue Blaze, welcome in. Dirt City. Marco, Mike, welcome on the channel. Hit us up in the chat who you guys got tonight. Make sure to vote in the poll. Back from the timeout, 8:08 left to go. Jason the Legend with a dono. Let's get that dono hype for my man Jason. You're the legend, brother. Back to action. UNC with the basketball. Top of the key, Pete Nance. Nance dribbles towards his right. Just made a three right before the timeout. Nance hands it off to Davis. Swings it out to the wing. Open three. A leaky Black missed off the back rim, and Duke secures the defensive rebounds. Duke will slow it down. 7:45 left to play. Pass midcourt for the Blue Devils. Tyrese Proctor sends it over to Filipowski at the left wing. Into the hands to Roach. Roach at the top of the free throw circle. Passes back outside to Mark Mitchell. Mitchell moves it out to his right. Into the hands now of Proctor. Proctor, 8 in the shot clock. Dribble drive. Turns to the corner. Floats it up over the top. It's a two-handed alley-oop jam by Derek Lively II. Over the rooftop right there with Tyrese Proctor with an assist. 49-49. 24-14 points in the paint in favor of Duke. 7:10 left to go. Here goes UNC. Dribble drive, attack the paint. Swinging out on top to Leaky Black. Black inside. Puts it up and through. Up and in off the backboard. Leaky Black with a bucket. Not known to be a go-to scorer, but tonight he makes his way up to 9 points. Currently the number 3 scorer in the team behind Baycott with 15 and 10 and 15 points off the bench by Davis. At the wing, Filipowski sends it on top off to Proctor. 6:40 left to go. Looking for a response back from Duke here. Proctor at the top of the key. Proctor swings it outside. Filipowski jacks up a three. Filipowski. Oh, it hits bottom. He drills the triple. Kyle Filipowski. Big time game from him today. For the 7-footer, he's got 16 points. Double-double machine with 11 rebounds. First made three of the game by Filipowski. 6:20 remaining. UNC with it. Entry pass down low. Turnaround at the right block, and it rattles in. It's good by Caleb Love. Back and forth as the scoring picks up. If you guys are new on the stream, make sure to hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. 6 minutes even remaining in action. Duke with a possession. Top of the key, Proctor. Proctor dribbles up to the low block. Proctor puts in the shot. Proctor scores up in and off the glass. Back and forth. 300 plus in the stream. Let's go, everybody. 5:45 left to play. UNC with the ball. Down by 1. 5 ties, 7 lead changes tonight. Nance at the top of the key. Fake the handoff to Love. Nance towards his right. Now hands it off to Love. Love at the right wing. 8 in the shot clock. Love guarded by Roach. Roach poked it loose into the hands though of Davis. Davis drives right to the rim. Missed the layup as the shot clock was going down. Duke with the basketball. 5:20 left to go off the rebound. Blue Devils by 1. Michael, Ben, Trizzy, Fred, Tori, Sally, welcome all on the stream. Hit us up in the chat who you guys are rooting for tonight. Duke or UNC. 5:10 left to go. 15 on the shot clock. Duke at the right wing with Proctor. Proctor sends it on top to Filipowski, who just made a three. He's got 16 and 11. Proctor hands it off around the perimeter into the hands to Roach. Roach, 2 on the shot clock. Launches straight away. Roach missed off the glass. Grazed the back right corner of the rim. And North Carolina comes up with a defensive rebound. Big time stop for UNC. Here goes North Carolina. Poor pass intercepted down the far side of the floor. Duke with a chance right to the rim. They missed the layup. Tipped off the rim. Battle for the rebound near side of the floor and is pulled down by Davis. 4:35 left to go. An absolute disastrous play by Caleb Love, who had his pass intercepted, but Duke couldn't score 2 points off of it on the fast break as they missed the layup. North Carolina has it back. 4:25 remaining. Crossover. Davis dribbles up low block. Floats it off the glass and he scores. RJ Davis 2 on the board and UNC takes the lead. All of a sudden, a defensive battle has turned into a back and forth scoring contest with 4 minutes left to go as we approach the mark. Both of these teams got to be gassed right now. We've gone constant basketball without any whistles lately. 4 minutes even. Filipowski backs his way. Inside the key, Filipowski puts it up, missed off the rim. Gets his own rebound back, Filipowski. Fouled on the putback shot. They will not give him the bucket as he was fouled before, but I believe it will be shooting 2 coming up at the free throw line by Filipowski coming back from the timeout. We're going to take a timeout on the floor as we have reached the media break here in action. 55-54, UNC by 1. With Kyle Filipowski at the charity stripe coming out of the timeout, as we'll take the timeout here in the court with 3:51 left to play. What a game. North Carolina, right outside the bracket, fighting for their NCAA tournament lives. Just one quad 1 victory came 1 week ago against Virginia. Duke, the 6th seed, they're playing to move themselves up in the ACC tournament picture for Duke. Either way, rivalry type of game. Anything could happen. We go back and forth in this game. Scoreboard update. Butler has taken the lead over Xavier, 50-48. I don't know what's up with Xavier. Xavier is making Providence look like they're a first-round exit right now. Providence has got broke by UConn and hasn't looked the same, unfortunately, for my Friars. That's my team that I follow is Providence. I'm from Southeast Mass. Big Boston Celtics fan, big Providence Friars fan. And, Providence got crushed at home today by Seton Hall. It's not looking so hot. But, yeah, Butler is at the bottom of the Big East, leading Xavier 50-48. UConn up over Villanova, 30-22 currently. Florida Atlantic cannot need a loss. You cannot afford a loss if you're Florida Atlantic. Louisiana Tech 56, Florida Atlantic 55, with under 12 minutes left to go in that game. Oral Roberts, a team to circle in your bracket if they get a favoring matchup. Oral Roberts going to be a 12 seed that busts everybody's bracket if you pick the 5. 81-57, Oral Roberts leading North Dakota right now. That's under 8 minutes left to go, so Oral Roberts can drop 100 if they keep it up tonight in that game. By the way, Clemson leading Notre Dame 24-7. Clemson still out of the bracket right now for Clemson. Wow, we go over 400 on the stream. If you guys are new, make sure to hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. I cover basketball action here on the channel, play-by-play of both college hoops, NBA games as well. Make sure to ring the notification bell to be notified when I do go back for future live streams. Let us know in the chat who you guys are rooting for out here on the channel also. And if you'd like to join in the Behind the Arc Basketball Bracket Challenge group over on ESPN.com, feel free to do so, as that link is posted in the chat, pinned in the chat. All are welcome to join in the Behind the Arc Basketball Bracket Challenge group. It's totally free to join. And just sign up for an ESPN.com account if you haven't already done so, and just click the link to join the Bracket Challenge group on Behind the Arc Basketball, and you can enter your bracket in. Brackets will be revealed Selection Sunday, 6:30 p.m. after the selection show on Sunday, March 12th. Brackets lock right before the first round games, Thursday, March 16th. Back from the timeout, 3:51 left to play. So we welcome in Josh, Saucy, and Alan onto the stream. Wow, Alan going all the way for Carolina this year. Six personal fouls by Duke, UNC with just 4. Filipowski, 2 shots at the free throw line as we're back from the timeout. First one's good. Kyle Filipowski, top scorer today for Duke. 17 points, 12 rebounds. 13 points by Proctor, 10 by Mark Mitchell. UNC top scorer off the bench, RJ Davis, 17 points. 15 and 10 by Baycott, 11 by Caleb Love. Second one's good by Filipowski. 3:45 left to go. North Carolina with the basketball. Top of the key, Pete Nance. Moves it out to his right to Davis. Davis defended at the right wing by Roach. Slides it out to the top once again to Nance. Nance passes over to Black. Black inside the low post. He gets blocked by Lively. Gets the basketball back, though. 5 in the shot clock for UNC. Davis at the top. Davis lost the handle. Shot clock going down to 2. They have to force up a prayer, and it's an air ball taken by Black. As Davis lost the handle, went to Black, and Black had to force up a prayer, falling away from deep range, and it went well short. Shot clock violation. Yeah, just crazy. The preseason number 1 might miss out on the tournament. It's just absolutely crazy what's going on this season. Tiffany, Bull City. Ty, welcome back in again, man. 3:10 left to go. Duke with the ball. Proctor at the top. Moves it over to Lively. Lively hands it off to Roach. Roach inside a key. Double team. Slides it over to the top of the key to Mitchell. Mitchell hands it back over to Proctor. Proctor, 8 in the shot clock. 3 minutes left to go in the game clock. Proctor floats to the runner. Missed too strong. Tipped up. And a defensive rebound hauled in by North Carolina. Under 3 minutes left to play. What a game between these two teams. Rivalry game. 3-point shot. Too strong. Missed by Davis. Off the glass, and it goes right back to Duke. 2:35 remaining. Filipowski. Monstrous game tonight with 18 points, 13 rebounds. Receives the pass from Lively. Filipowski hands it over to Roach. Roach inside a key. Roach passes back out to Filipowski. 10 in the shot clock. 2:20 left to go on the game clock. Back over to Roach. Filipowski receives it. Filipowski down low. He puts it up. No good off the glass. Great interior defense by North Carolina as the Tar Heels come up with a defensive rebound, shutting down Filipowski there. 2:05 left to play. UNC has it. Black. Bounce pass, pick and roll Baycott. Baycott double teamed in the Keto. Gets the ball outside. Davis attacks baseline. Back over to Baycott. Baycott. And we get a whistle. And a fall by Duke. Yes, it is a fall by Duke. They pick up number 7. And this will send Baycott to the free throw line. Shooting in the bonus 1-1. So a reach and fall picked up by Duke. By Filipowski. Filipowski trying to battle for the loose ball and got called reaching in defending Baycott. Free throws to the line. 1-1 bonus. 65% this season by Baycott. First one's good. We have 1:57 left to play. If you guys are new in the stream, make sure to hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. Thanks all for joining in tonight. UNC will shoot a second free throw with Baycott. And it's right down the middle. Makes them both. 1-point lead for North Carolina. Amazing game tonight by both of these teams at the free throw line. UNC 18 for 21. Duke 12 of 15. Blue Devils have the ball. 1:50 left to go. 10 lead changes, 7 ties. Roach at the top. Roach now guarded left wing by Love. Bounce pass into the hands of Filipowski. Up fake. Filipowski working on Nance. Dribbles. Baseline Filipowski. Puts it up. Draws the foul. Pete Nance picks up the shooting foul. And Filipowski will shoot 2 at the line. And the fans cannot believe it right now. Two shots coming up by Filipowski. Major game tonight from him. 18 points, 13 rebounds. First one, that's good. Perfect 6 for 6 at the free throw line by Filipowski. 1:38 left to play. Second free throw by Filipowski. Right down the middle. Draws them both. Both of these teams connecting on free throws throughout the night. 1.5 minutes left to play. 1:30 on the board. 8 ties, 11 lead changes. North Carolina with the possession. At the right wing perimeter. They dribble baseline with Caleb Love. Sends it back outside to Davis. Into the hands to Black. Leaky Black. Has it at the elbow. Black left open. Floats up the shot. Black a little bit too strong. Missed off the mark. Tipped off the glass. Defensive rebound. Pulled down by Mark Mitchell. Leaky Black left open. Not known as a scorer. And missed it too strong off the glass with Duke. Coming down with the basketball with 1 minute left to play. Blue Devils slow it down. 1 minute on the clock. 15 on the shot clock. Roach. Away from the outside at the edge of the midcourt logo. Roach, 8 in the shot clock. Starts his dribble drive penetration. Right down the lane, he scores. Jeremy Roach with a big-time clutch bucket. It's a 3-point Duke lead. Dribble drive penetration started all the way back at the UNC logo. The edge of the midcourt logo. 43.7 seconds left to go. Using his speed, using his drive, slicing defenders. Roach right to the hole. Scores. Nifty move. Swooping in for the layup. Right around one defender. At the back end of this, able to beat Love off the dribble drive and then swooped right around Leaky Black as he sliced him. And then another player on backside help for UNC. Timeout taken on the floor. North Carolina, 2 timeouts remaining. Duke down to 1. 43.7 seconds left to go. If you're new on the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. I cover basketball action on the channel, play-by-play of both college hoops and NBA games, and appreciate all for joining in. 500 plus right now. Let's go, everybody. If you guys are interested in joining the Behind the Arc Basketball Bracket Challenge group, feel free to do so. We're going to be doing the ESPN Tournament Challenge once again this year over on ESPN, so all you have to do, sign up, create an ESPN.com account if you haven't already done so. Click the link, join the bracket challenge for Behind the Arc Basketball, and there you go. You're entered into the bracket challenge, 1 bracket per user. The brackets will be announced next Sunday, Selection Sunday, around 6:30 p.m. on March the 12th, and then the brackets lock Thursday around noontime at noontime on March 16th. Quick update on the top scorers tonight. Kyle Filipowski, 20 points, 13 rebounds for Duke. 4 players double figures for the Blue Devils. 13 points by Tyrese Proctor. 10 each by Jeremy Roach, who just scored a clutch layup. 10 points by Mark Mitchell. UNC, 17 each by Baycott and Davis. Baycott's got 10 rebounds. 11 points by Caleb Love. North Carolina, just 5 for 12 from three-point range in this game. Trailing by 3. We'll see what they draw up here with 43.7 seconds left to play. They break the timeout huddles. 5 of 22 from 3 for UNC. Duke, 4 of 13. Duke imposing their will on the interior in this matchup. UNC selling for too many perimeter shots and just missing. We're back from the timeout. North Carolina gets the inbound. Top of the key. Davis. They have it at the elbow with Black, dribbles back outside. Puts the ball back into the hands of Davis. Into the hands of Black now at the free throw circle. Black has to pass it back out. 8 in the shot clock. He does as they will attack the rim. Put up the shot. Missed off the back rim, no good. Duke comes up with a defensive rebound for a moment. Loose ball on the floor. Possession arrow. Duke with 19.7 left to play. UNC fans cannot believe it. Duke just such a big team this season when coming down on clutch rebounds on the glass. I believe it's on Armando Baycott on the foul call, I believe here. No, they will say tie-up possession arrow Duke. Wow. They will say tie-up possession arrow Duke. It will be Duke basketball in 19.7. That was a big break for UNC because you don't want to pick up a foul there off the rebound. Duke gets the inbound, Filipowski, and now he gets fouled. So Filipowski will head to the free throw line. 1-and-1 bonus coming up. 19.1 seconds remaining. Filipowski in the bonus, shooting in the 1-and-1 now for Duke. UNC just totally silent with their fans on their home floor. You win this game for UNC, puts you in a much better spot to make the tournament. Lose this game, not so much. Filipowski, 1-and-1 bonus. He's a perfect 7 for 7 on free throws today. 20 points, 13 rebounds by Filipowski. First shot. No good. Missed it off the front rim. North Carolina comes out with a defensive rebound. 15 seconds remaining. Chance to tie with a 3. Davis at the wing. Off the miss by Filipowski. Slides in on top. Love. Up fake. Love. Takes the 3 for the tie. Missed off the back rim. No good. Defensive rebound by Duke. Outlet pass ahead. Filipowski puts it through with 2.2 remaining. Caleb Love, stone cold tonight in this game. Misses a 3. With under 10 seconds left to go, and that will do it. 62-57. as Duke sweeps UNC in North Carolina, the preseason #1 team. Not found in the brackets. It will have to outright win the ACC tournament most likely to get into March Madness. Duke sweeps UNC. Duke earns the double bye in the ACC tournament as we close out and this game goes final. 62-57. Duke wins. Kyle Filipowski, massive down the stretch in this game for the Blue Devils. Finished with 22 points and 13 rebounds tonight for Duke. And Duke is absolutely surging right now. 23-8, 14-6 in the ACC. North Carolina just one quad win a week ago against Virginia. It's not going to be enough to make it into the bracket for UNC right now, and Duke is surging. 6-game winning streak for Duke. Duke going into the ACC tournament on a 6-game winning streak. Big difference in this game, winning the interior. Blue Devils. 39-39 on the glass, but seemed like they were dominant more so inside the post in this game. North Carolina crushed their chances, attempting too many threes, tossing up too many bricks. That was the problem tonight in this matchup. UNC 5 of 23 from three-point range. Duke, they haven't been strong this season from three-point range, just 4 of 13 today, but where they get you is just in the paint. They're just so good. Points in the paint for this Blue Devils team. Second chance points off offensive rebounds. They had 10 offensive rebounds in this game today, and they just won this game. Points in the paint at the free throw line, made 78% of their shots. UNC made 86% of their shots at the free throw line. And a game that you needed to win for North Carolina, just not there. And you have to win the ACC tournament right now to get there. I feel like that's the only way. Or so you're going to have to root for Wisconsin, Penn State to slip up. Nevada lost, so there's a break for UNC, but the teams out in front, you're going to have to root for them to slip up. But Oklahoma State just won against Texas Tech, so Oklahoma State passes North Carolina in the bracket now. Just going to see if I can bring this up. Joe Lunardi, ESPN, ranked North Carolina right below Arizona State, ahead of Michigan, ahead of Utah State. Utah State, if they win against Boise State tonight, it will put Utah State into the play-in game, most likely, to take Nevada's spot. Oklahoma State with a win as they pass UNC. Clemson, last time I checked, was destroying Notre Dame, so Clemson is going to move upwards as well. So we wrap up here. Thanks so much all for joining in. Make sure to ring the notification bell so you are notified when I do go back live for future live streams. I might cover the Celtics-Knicks game tomorrow. I'm not sure because I got a pretty busy day tomorrow throughout my Sunday. So just make sure to ring the notification bell if I'm back. Not entirely sure. It'll tip off at 7:30 p.m. So maybe. If I'm not back, I hope to cover games early next week. Probably some of the mid-major tournaments early on because the power conference tournaments don't start until later in the week or so. But thanks so much all for joining in. Really appreciate it all. We had over 500 people at one point in the stream. That was unbelievable. That's the largest stream I've had in a long, long time. If you guys would like to join in the Behind the Arc Basketball Bracket Challenge group for the ESPN March Madness Tournament Challenge, feel free to do so. We got the link posted in the chat, so feel free to join the Bracket Challenge group if you guys would like. The link's posted in the chat. We had over 60-plus people enter their brackets last year, which was incredible. And hopefully we got much more for this year and keep on growing, everybody. Thanks all for joining in. We're going to close out to the channel members before I wrap up tonight. All channel members get a shout out at the end of each and every single one of my live streams here. We got Jason, Rajeep, Russell, Oreo Pudding, Bradley, Braden, Mario, Bino, Mark, John, Kenneth, Jess, Ahino Josa, Vegas, ST Sports Talk, Michael, Warren, I Am Ghost, Kelly, Asia, Laszlo, Roderick, Reynaldo, Didi, Katie, Barco, Siegel, Woo Pig, Ian, Oink Oink, Emmanuel, and Robin. Thanks all for joining in, everybody. Enjoy your Saturday night. Duke sweeping UNC in the regular season, 62-57. Blue Devils with a big victory on the road at Chapel Hill. Thanks so much all for joining in, and enjoy the rest of your Saturday night, everyone.